Oh, come on. You're going to show it. Ah! Ah! How's it going, everybody? I'm Danny D. This is 7 Deadly Bananas, and we are about to watch The Pit. The Pit. Sounds weird to say, honestly, with like a level of intensity. The Pit. It's The Pit. Sorry. We're about to watch The Pit. Okay. All right, that's enough of that shenanigans. There's our boy. He's all grown up. Oh my God. Now it's just fucking, oh my God. He looks fucking great. In 94, I mean, what? He had to have been 25 to 30. He's got to be in his late 50s now. God damn, man. He still looks 40s, I would say, late 40s. Hour one, right off the bat, the pilot episode for ER, I'm getting lost on my words. The pilot episode was called 24 Hours, and then basically, like I didn't catch it right away, but you were able to basically see that this was all within a 24-hour block of Dr. Green. And yes, it goes into a bunch of other people's stories, but it starts and ends with him. So, like, now it goes hour one, and the show is just under an hour. So that immediately, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to catch on to this if I hadn't watched ER. This tells me that each episode is going to be just in that 1 hour, right? Like, that's my best guess anyway. It could do something different. Maybe it skips over a few hours or something, but it doesn't seem like one episode's going to be 24 hours right off the bat. So, and then it's starting with, I can't remember his name in the show. Fuck, I don't remember his name in the show. I'm sure we'll get that. But I'm assuming it's gonna start and end with him each episode. So that's like two major connections, if I'm right about one of them. God damn, everything's updated all to hell too, dude. The hospital, the place where they were working in and all that stuff in ER was like it looked super late 80s, early 90s. Like,
Ano, niniwala ka sa kanya?
Hindi ako nagtitiwala sa mga
No guts, no Gloria.
no guts, no Gloria.
Well, if you need to talk.
Yeah, I won't, but thanks.
I like her right away. I don't know why. I feel like she's someone I'm going to like a lot. I don't know why. She has the cool mom vibe. Right away, too. That's really cool. And his character, I like, right, his voice is very striking. It's calm and intense at the same time, the way he has his voice right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it sounds like when he gets heated or loud, or, you know, in some way, shape, or form have to add volume to his voice. I wonder what that's going to do with it, because he already sounds like someone you don't want to get there, you know?
I spent the last 2 hours coding it.
That's always a rough way to end the night.
Must have had a reason at one time to keep coming back, but
I just recognized this guy. Wasn't this guy a model? Wasn't he part of some kind of urban model? I can't remember. But he's been in a few movies. I want to say, I don't know. I can't, oh man. God, that's gonna drive me nuts. What the fuck? I know this guy's face. He's never been an incredible actor. He's never been, I mean, obviously, if I'm not remembering even the movie, I'm sure the movies that he was in also weren't exact, you know, like, what was it? It was some kind of teacher movie where they all get possessed by some alien thing. Body Snatchers? Was it Body Snatchers? The newer version of Body? Fuck. And he was a football guy. He was like a quarterback or something. I like him, but he's not, you know, like, there's a way about him, you know, that I like for sure. Bird, you're not gonna get in here, buddy. There's a bird tapping at the window. But, you know, I at least the movies that I've seen, which I think were only 2 or something, he was never all that, wasn't incredible. I don't know how to say that without being, like, kind of sounding like an asshole. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I still watched the movies. You know, like it didn't matter.
Suicidal tendencies.
You are on the wrong side of the rail.
Besides, if you jump on my shift, that's just rude, man.
It totally sounds like kind of my way of doing it too. It's just.
Hope I'm never one of your patients. I got a pregnant teen coming back to me for Pristone.
So obviously there's a shift change happening.
Oh, and unfortunately, the Kraken is still boarding at BA.
Still? Guy's been here for a week waiting on a psych bed.
Yeah.
What's the Kraken? Can't wait to see him.
Good luck with that.
Lucky me.
Wait a minute. Both of their voices are very similar now. Like he's doing kind of the rumbly, raspy, you know, like almost like they're trying to whisper, but they're not all the way. They're both doing it now. What the fuck? Is that like a thing? Is the director telling them, hey, sound like you've been smoking for 40 years, but cool. You know, like what the fuck?
Come back here.
No more needles! Oh!
Sir,
Oh,
stop!
no more needles.
Sure you want to work today, huh?
They're gonna hurt me. Sir, I promise.
I'm pretty sure I did that when I was 6, 7.
Sir!
Oh, he is out of there, gone. No.
Dr. Jack Abbott?
Nice to meet you. I can't tell you how excited I am.
What was that? Why?
Talk to me at the end of the day.
He had a rough night. And is having an ongoing existential crisis.
Don't worry. You'll get there soon enough.
Okay. There lies in some more connections to ER right there, right off the bat. Because when Dude Bro was introduced into the ER as a student, he was the student. You know, now he's basically, I guess, running the shift. But when he was introduced, he was basically told almost the same shit. So it's like, oh, you know, you'll learn to hate it soon. You know, like, oh, you're going to go through the gauntlet. You know, good luck. Have fun with those nightmares. You know, like, I can't remember what they said, but there was a lot of tossing out of the give it time kind of scenario.
So, you know we track every resident's patient seen per hour.
I was just taking her
It's a
history.
brief backstory about what brought them in, not an autobiography.
I was almost done.
You hadn't even made it to this century.
Good point.
Times 12?
Is it always this busy?
No. It gets a lot busier.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Where are they? Where are they? Like, I know, okay, look, I know I sometimes take these things, sorry, I'm turning the light up a little bit, it seemed to get a little dim. I know I take these things maybe a little too seriously in terms of bringing them into the reality, but they are about reality, you know, like that's the point of the show is to take me there, you know, like and if I find some things that are unbelievable, that's just me. I'm just being nitpicky. I'm not trying to, like, you know, make anybody angry or anything, but that's a shit ton of people. So I'm guessing that this probably is some kind of free clinic right off the bat. There is no way that waiting room would be that full of already insured paying people, you know, like there's no fucking way. And I've seen, I mean, in my time, going to the hospital was like literally a dire emergency. It wasn't something like we took lightly. We were told, as my grandparents were told. Now I'm skipping a generation there. If you notice, my grandparents were told, which was, you don't go to the hospital unless you're dying. Like, you know, and obviously, you know, this was just a saying, you know, this was just the intensity of, look, that shit costs. Don't fucking go if you do not have to. And us as kids don't necessarily know, you know, what is dire per se. We just know pain. You know, that's all we're attached to. So the parents eventually do take us to, you know, if we got a broken bone or something like that, you know, we weren't dying, obviously. But it was just to exclaim that it wasn't a thing. This is a packed fucking house. This is, oh, Jesus Christ, and that's a slow day? This is gonna be nuts. That right there tells me immediately that this is gonna be a chaotic show. Whew. Oh God, I'm so glad I watched ER. I am. Like, it definitely kind of got, like, it wasn't along those lines in the ER show, but it was just a pilot, so I'm not sure if they meant to. But right off the bat, the first 30 minutes or so were absolute. It was like 12 people that went in through the hospital immediately, you know.
Hi.
I also
Sherry,
like
I'm
that I
Dr.
don't
McKay.
recognize
I
almost
have some
anybody.
doctors with me today. Do you mind if they observe?
Sure.
Okay.
Teaching hospital, pretty standard. Interesting how there's 3 or 4 of them instead of just one.
And on the sterno.
Fuck, dude, that happened to me. Oh.
Morning, come on over. Starting with second-year resident Dr. Melissa King, fresh from the VA.
Everyone calls me Mel. I'm so happy to be here.
Just a ball of joy right there, huh?
What she says when she says it. As you can see,
Nice.
our house is always
Nice.
packed. And our department.
And I like her, so that's 2 good things.
Great. Senior residents, you got your sign-outs?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Virgil
Okay.
Straker,
Straightforward, not too stern.
CT angiogram negative. Surgery wants to admit for overnight observation.
Good vitals. They repeat a crit?
Stable crits every 2 hours times 3.
Discharge on Sefton. Recheck tomorrow. He'll get way more rest at home. Good morning, Mr. Straker. You want to go home?
Hell yeah.
Nice. I like, okay, dude, I mean, immediately, like, again, comparing to ER, this character right here, you know, he started off at such a tender age. I feel like already, it's like they grow up so fast, you know, like, it's like, but to see just the very, very beginning of his career in this style of hospital, in this style of medicine, you know, the emergency medicine, which I think is what he was doing. He almost kind of got thrusted. But to now being this authority figure, this running of the shift, you know, which is like he's the head honcho. After him, it's like the main person, right? So, and to see that I mean, already I like his demeanor. There's obvious, like, I like it. I like the growth that he has taken without even seeing all the in between. Like, to see the very first day there and to see the very first day here, it makes me want to watch ER. I mean, seriously, to watch the growth of just this guy, that's dedication. I don't know if I can do that. I'm watching so much already. But I'm compelled. I feel compelled, right?
Hey, Doc.
And we all know Louis Cloverfield. Blood alcohol of 420 at 11 p.m.
I've been cutting back.
How is he still breathing?
That's a lethal dose for you and me. That's happy hour for Louis.
Sobered up, had 2 rounds of lorazepam.
Hold out your hands for me, Louis. Another 2 lorazepam.
On it. And a script for Librium.
It's good to see you, Louis.
It's always a pleasure, Doc.
Bar fight with complete avulsion of tooth number 8. Smile, Charlie.
You find my tooth, you call me. Sorry, that was an old school thing. You find my tooth, you call me. God, I haven't thought of that in years. But the way he addressed the big guy, you know, the big drunk guy, you could tell that there was, like, I mean, you know, it was kind of a jab in a way, but there was I didn't feel a level of judgment behind his voice. You know, when he said, this is happy hour for, you know, it's those I feel are, I mean, God, dude, those are the little signs of seeing him grow within the ER, honestly. It's like, how did he go from being, I mean, 30 years of emergency medicine, and he's still just, he's fucking chill.
42-year-old male, Sam Wallace, blunt head with agonal respirations. Dropped down on the T-tracks. Couldn't tube him.
On key platforms, good vitals, no head injuries. Degloving injury, right lower leg with open fracture. Just
Yo! Fuck! Ah! Dude, it looked like a brain. It looked like it got eaten by fucking zombies. Jesus.
To save the lady, when he climbed back up, he slipped, fell back and hit his head.
Thanks.
That's more of an R2 procedure.
Mel.
Oh, that's just bad luck. That sucks.
CV's on a DOAC. Stand by before factor PCC if there's a brain bleed.
This is the PCC. No.
This was hard.
Clotting factor.
This is hard.
50% didn't touch her.
That was really hard to follow along. I still don't think I did a good job. I'm like 40% maybe. That was a lot of, I just got lost in the syllables of it after a while. But I honestly, I feel like that's intentional. You know, how many of us are going to understand a lot of this language? I feel like a lot of us are going to get lost in that. And I feel like there's a level of wanting that to happen in order to kind of gain a sense of intensity for this. You know, like, and even if you do understand it, you know, I still think that there's, if all of what they say is accurate, which I cannot verify, obviously, but if everything that they say is accurate to somebody who does know what they're talking about watching, I think that still gives a level of intensity to the viewer, you know, so bravo. You got my book. I'll give it to you on that one.
Got caught between the platform and the incoming train.
Ma'am?
Oh,
Ma'am, what's your name?
damn.
2 grams.
Oh.
Airway and breathing are perfect.
As is circulation, BP 140.
Jesus.
Could be an arrhythmia, cardiac event.
So she needs
EKG and a troponin.
Okay, good.
Got party people.
subway trained, degloved.
That's
No side effects.
Wonderful. Where's the other guy?
Next door. He's a bit worse.
Pan scanner, let me know when she stops screaming.
Okay, so they were trying to avoid like a bad reaction to the morphine. Found something different.
Dr. Rabinovich, can you have a moment?
I'm just a little busy right now, Gloria.
1 second.
Hey, I recognize her from something too.
6, but that's not one of them.
6, and I thought Collins was smart.
That's fucking impressive.
Being an ass, London.
Open hostility in front of the patient?
She doesn't speak English.
Judgmental and dismissive.
Jesus.
And I thank you for that beautiful blessing. Namaste.
Okay, do we have a phone or anything with the relatives?
Yeah. Could be looking at a possible hate crime.
I take it you're free now?
God damn, dude. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
We need to talk.
Oh, Jesus.
Patient satisfaction?
If they're still alive, they should be satisfied.
We don't have the beds.
That's bullshit. The beds are...
Fuck.
Oh, Doc, it ain't working. And whatever they're giving me, it's not working.
No response to max citrate. Should I send in the fleet? Okay, sir, we're gonna try an enema.
Like I said,
Lovely backup plan.
Every day is difficult down here.
boarding is a nationwide problem. Your predecessor, Adamson, sure as hell knew that. Or wasn't that something he taught you?
Fuck. Wow. Really?
Yes, really. Other hospitals are managing this crisis much more effectively. So you can either step up your game or you can step aside.
Okay. Now I'm about to say something that's not necessarily connected to the show per se, but if those kinds of conversations are real inside hospitals, inside things where any kind of service where it is to the public in order to keep them safe, cared for, medically taken care of, those kinds of things, I would love to see the owner of this hospital. After everything that was just said, his argument, which I'm definitely more for, way more for, there's no sliding scale at all. Actually, I'm 100% on his side of that argument. And then her side, which is the administration, the administrative part where, they're working on the budget or whatnot. I wonder how well the owner, I wonder. And this is a personal thing for me, if you ask me. Like this is where I start getting heated because you can talk about fucking budgets and how there's low resources to do anything, how you're not able to do whatever because of lack of money, lack of funding, lack of whatever. Meanwhile, if the owner of this hospital is living large, fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're running a hospital, no. Trust me, this is one of the things that really pisses me off about kind of society in general, in terms of the super duper wealth versus everyone else. Like this is where that particular is something that you want to talk about fucking trigger. I don't think anybody's ever seen me triggered, honestly. Like, I know that I'll cry. I know that I'll have an emotional breakdown, but triggered? You want to see me triggered? Oh, man. Oh, my God. You want to have me watch something like that is about the disparity, the differences between those two things that I just talked about, and you will see for sure, my triggered. There would be some furniture moving up in this motherfucker. Like, Oh, I'm already getting heated just thinking about it. I might have to turn up the AC.
Muscle and the tunica media contracts with hemostasis.
But if it's a partial cut, get out your umbrella.
Grab a culture from the open fibula before you reduce. You're up.
I'll stabilize the knee for the reduction. Dr. Langdon will be distracting distally before moving medially to clear the tibia.
He broke my tibia. Oh, come on. You're going to show it. Ah! Ah! Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I would be, oh my God. Ah! Jesus. Wow. 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 That was so gross. That was. Oh, wow. Okay.
Little pinprick now, okay?
I hate it. Oh.
Otis?
A what?
Otis? Didn't take him for a lightweight, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No pulse. Crash cart, laying flat.
Take the needle out. It happened right when you got. Did you already do it? Okay.
All right, he's back to normal sinus. Need a gurney in here?
Phew. Now in the ER version, the paddles. I think, as a matter of fact, they only used the paddles once, and it was Benson, one of those. If you saw it with me, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. It was like weird. There was no like the lubricant. He still rubbed them together, which I don't think you do if you're not using lubricant, and I think it just went right on top of the clothes. It was just kind of bumbled, and obviously it was more of a directing thing, but I thought it was weird. It just seemed like very not all the way thought out. That's all. And now we got this where it seemed much more elaborate, much more conducive to the time. Yeah.
I could try.
Otis Williams, healthy 31-year-old, VTAC arrest 2 weeks.
I think I'm gonna like her too, actually.
200 joules.
Oh shit. What
Charged and clear.
Back in sinus. Otis?
What, they just got the paddles hooked up to him now?
Oh, Broning's good. 5 of nasal O2 CBC, CMP, Ponin.
Oh, he obviously has something in mind. Definitely taking the matter in his own hands. He is the man, though. He's the man of the shift.
I will buy lunch for whoever figures it out. Good luck. If you need me, I'll be saving lives.
That was wicked.
If you need me, I'll be saving lives. Interesting.
I sure as hell don't have $50. I'll be this lady's age by the time I pay off my student loans. Not that you.
Hey. Think about it.
How you doing?
Interesting.
Have you ever seen a dialysis catheter inserted? Dr. Collins is going to place a femoral quinton under ultrasound guidance. It's an excellent way to learn.
Oh, my chest.
Yeah, we had to shock you. You're going to be sore for a while.
You shocked my heart?
Long story. Dr. Collins will fill you in.
Interesting. Long story. So it threw me off a little bit when he asked the question, why do we do that? Why the glucose, whatever stuff? Because, my instinct was, is he saying that they shouldn't do that? But it's actually part of the teaching process. I like that. I like that a lot. Man, that just basically kind of verbalizes, you say it out loud, the procedural situations. Like, what is the mapping of that? Why do we do that? How does that help? What do you do in if it doesn't work? It keeps things really fresh in your mind, and I think that makes it more capable of executing in an emergency situation. It turns it into as close to second instinct or like first instinct as it can be. That is really fucking cool. I hope we see a lot more of that.
Can it happen again?
We gave you medicine to lower your potassium, and you'll need dialysis to clear it all out.
Then I'll be okay.
Yeah. You might need a week or two for your kidneys to recover, but yeah, You really need to hydrate like crazy before and after a triathlon.
Seems like he keeps wanting. He's like on the border of passing out again.
Good. Be kind to yourself. Okay?
I'm gonna like a lot of people in this show. I like her too. I like the way that whole thing right there. Goddamn, I want to go to this hospital. Buy all these folks a coffee.
History of emphysema, CHF, MS, VFib, unresponsive to 3 shocks, 2 rounds of epi.
What is that?
What is all that?
Compression system.
Robotic CPR.
Wow, is that for real? Jesus.
Students are dropping like flies.
One more round of epi, one more shock, and then we call it.
Joseph Spencer, 79.
That would be an awful sound. That pumping sound, that would get to me after a while, I think.
2 sets of blood cultures, lactic acid, 30 cc's per kilo NS, a gram of ceftriaxone, 500 of azithromycin, repeat lactic, then 3 hours.
Nice.
Charging.
Again, Greek. I have no idea.
Call it. Nursing home just faxed us a DNR.
Kidding.
Power out the defibrillator and the
Complete
Lucas.
waste of time and money. Who the hell works at that place?
A nurse taking care of 60 patients who couldn't find the form.
She called 911 so she could take care of the others.
Okay, let's move her to the viewing room and notify the family.
That was fucking rad. That was like the best way to say shut the fuck up, you know? Like, and obviously the nicest way. If you're not capable of seeing the big picture, then you tend to react to the thing right in front of you and your own interpretation of that thing. And if you let that get a hold of you, you're missing so much. And you look like an asshole. You look like a fucking asshole. And then there's 2 people from there. You either have the person that still chooses to defend it, or you have the person that wants to make up for that. That was awesome. You know, one person taking care of 60-year-olds doing. Sorry, I'm assuming. I think I heard them say. But they're doing their fucking best. Fucking don't throw your tantrum.
One of the things we do here is to take a moment of silence when we lose a patient. To respect their humanity and also to remember that this was somebody's child, or sibling, or parent, friend.
And the one guy wanted to bolt. I'm not gonna like this guy.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe leave it on vibrate while you're working? Wow. Abbott called for a surgical consult on the SBO 3 hours ago. You're very lucky they didn't perf.
I'm here to see my daughter.
I'm sorry, is that a patient?
You're talking to her.
No fucking way. Shit.
No.
Is that gonna be an issue?
We're done. We're good. Come find me when you're ready to present your next case.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck.
How's your first day going?
It's great. Yeah, really great.
Hey, Crash. They're doing a dialysis catheter insertion in North 1 if you want to check it out.
What kind of mom is she?
Thanks for coming down, Mom, but I've got a patient. Bye.
Overbearing mom? Too protective mom?
I am taking a dump in a dustpan. So what's that fucking tell you?
Yeah.
I'm clearly in the wrong room. I'm sorry.
She did that on purpose? Was that? That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
No, BG85. CDC,
His glasses trip me out. It feels like they're just like store-bought from, Walgreens or some shit. Just some quick picker-uppers,
Oxygen level is normal. Good pulse and blood pressure. No signs of infection. We're going to start with blood and urine tests. Check for any metabolic abnormalities.
It's really throbbing.
Ooh, I've had that before. That sucks. That shit hurts.
Oh, stop before I hit the nail bed.
That would kill me. I hate it.
Oh yeah, just a little south of nowhere. What the hell do you do there?
My parents have a farm, so.
You're a farm boy?
Yeah, I guess.
I rest my case, Huckleberry.
There's nothing wrong with it, okay? Like I'm totally a nickname person. Usually I try and find one that doesn't offend right away, but I think the fun fits, you know, Huckleberry. Nothing wrong with Huckleberry. Represent that shit, yo. You take that name on, you show her why. You'd be like, Huckleberry got this. I bet I like him though. I bet I like that guy. He's got that demeanor where, you know, just a human sense of him, you know, like a good human sense of him.
China? India? I can't tell where you're pointing. Tajikistan?
Yeah, you gotta zoom in that shit.
Nepal.
Nepal. Oh fuck.
Nepal.
Nice.
Nepali.
I like the head shake right there. She was like, you could tell that was like her missing home, you know. Oh.
Can I actually ask you a personal question? I'm 20, and I've earned the right to be here. Oh. Yeah, I don't doubt that for a minute.
Nice.
Dr. Eileen Shamsi from surgery is a friend or relative of yours? I saw you talking to her in the hall. And
Yeah, she's my mother.
Shit.
Oh, so it's like a family business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a joke. That was a joke. And I'm sure that comes with a lot of pressure. And as for the age thing, I'm a 42-year-old R2, so I have my own haters, trust me.
Interesting. Okay.
Our lady with the degloved foot is Nepali.
Oh, hey. Congratulations.
$20.
For 50, still waiting for dialysis.
Buy me lunch.
How you doing there, Otis?
Okay, that's okay.
Oh no, this guy again. Jesus.
Dr. Santos, take the head of the bed and bag him if he stops breathing. Compressions if we lose the carotid. Prep a drip to subxiphoid, please. 10 cc's of 1% width.
Chlorhexidine here, 25 or 27
No, long
gauge.
25, long 25. Thank you.
Jesus Christ, dude. This is a completely different language.
Pressure down, 60/40.
Right.
It's like code. It's like.
Dr. Santos, you see that sea of black? That's the effusion. We're looking for a little white dot. There it is.
Got it. Aspirate.
Dude, this is almost.
Pulse ox is 99.
Pressure's up, 124/78.
Looks like things are back to normal.
That was cool.
That was cool.
All friends on board.
So there's definitely a level of like guerrilla medicine going on, right? Like, you know, like obviously they're using procedures that aren't part of the book, you know, like these are things if I'm guessing the way that they're being done is that these are things learned within the emergency room. You know, like you had to kind of think on your feet, try to figure something out last minute, or maybe you talked to another doctor that did it or something of that nature. Like I wouldn't doubt that if I were to watch ER and there's more of these instances where he decides to do something that everybody's like, what the fuck is that? You know, like you can't do that. Oh yeah, I can. You know, I'm willing to bet that we would see it in the ER maybe show, hopefully. I would think, maybe, possibly. That would be an amazing connection if you ask me. I hope that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Is she gonna have to stay here?
If the rest of the tests are good and she responds to treatment, she can go home.
Obviously, they're reading something. I wasn't really in tune with it right away but obviously, they're looking at the relationship between her and the son.
You eat anything this morning?
No. Why?
It looks like some sort of gelatin. Any chance he could have gotten into some bath beads or laundry pods?
No, and there's no such thing in our house.
What about gummies?
No, we're very strict about candy. Right?
Uh-huh. Oh, shit.
Danny,
What about Danny?
your brother, he gave me some gummies he got in Cleveland. They were in my coat pocket.
Are you fucking serious?
Pot gummies?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate that quick turnaround.
Yeah, all of a sudden one problem turns into two right there.
He's not a bad kid, but I'm afraid he's troubled. And I didn't want to call the police because I was afraid they'd overreact. He's just a kid.
How old is David?
18.
He just turned 18 last month.
Then he's considered an adult, and he would have to consent to treatment. Do you have any guns in the house?
No. My husband did, but I got rid of all of them after he passed. He's a good soul. I just don't want to see him hurt anyone or himself.
This is interesting too, because I feel like a lot of people would almost maybe shrug this off, you know, like unless they heard a little bit more detail on something like this. You know, just writing a list of people you want to eliminate doesn't necessarily mean, although it does match kind of a concerning demeanor to him. I don't know. Like, but you know, you can't exactly judge that right away. But yet he is approaching it as if there is a definite truth behind it, you know, like to show concern, like you kind of, and I think that's more the safe way to go. You may end up being wrong in the end, but what if you're right? I think it's worth the wasting of some effort to make sure, you know. So I like how this is happening right here.
Sure you wouldn't prefer to wait with your mom?
I'm late for school. She can just call me when she's ready.
It would actually be kind of helpful to talk to you some more. Hey, David? David?
Fuck.
Hey, just give me 5 minutes. Leave me alone.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Robbie! Robbie! Got a college kid, respiratory arrest, coming in hot.
Pittsburgh. Now I know where they are. Shit. What does that mean? Are you gonna, I mean, can you call the cops? Oh, shit. Holy shit, really? You're gonna end with a flashback like that? Oh my God, dude. Wow. Wow. I feel like that was really well done. I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't expect him to end like that, but definitely it, you know, we learned, I just learned so much about all of the characters. Well, I mean, obviously more than others, but still. And that's just an hour. That's an hour. So next one's going to be the following hour, right? Like that's how it's going to be. So over the course, it's going to be, oh my God. Thank you so much for watching with me, you guys. I absolutely appreciate all the support. And we will most definitely see you on the next episode. Hey, if you like this and you want to see more of me watching this completely unedited, hit that link below, 7 Deadly Bananas on Patreon. Get in there and start watching TV with me.